I mean, it doesn't even look like him. I'm used to seeing the bandana these days. But guys, if you're a fan of the Rolling Stones, in particular this guy who has just recently celebrated his 80th birthday, I mean, wow, where did the years go? I mean, is Keith that old? I mean, it seems that Keith is going to outlive us all. But guys, we'll be taking a look today at 15 tracks that shaped Keith Richards. I mean, wow, I wonder what these are. I mean, I can see the song list, but I'm sure you would like to find out. So stick around as I reveal them. G'day viewers, Retro Man here and welcome to the show. Now today I have a music spotlight for you, and in 2015 I bought a copy of a magazine called Mojo. It's a music magazine from the UK and it actually came with a free CD. Now I was looking through my CDs the other day and I kind of discovered this. I mean, it's been, about 8 years down the track, and I played it once and I thought to myself, maybe I have to have another look at this thing. So this is the CD, guys, and it says Mojo presents Life Companion 15 tracks that shaped Keith Richards. Now, Keith Richards, of course, is the guitarist for the Rolling Stones, and he really knows how to play, guys. He is what you would call, really, in the guitar world, a legend. He's very good with his instrument. And guys, wouldn't you like to know what are the 15 tracks that shaped him? I'm sure you do. Now guys, this CD supplies the answers, and these 15 tracks are really impressive, guys, and it really gives you some insight into what really got Keith Richards going. It kind of put him on the road to guitar magic, if you will. And there's a comment inside here. It says, I learned everything I know off records. Being able to hear recorded music freed up a lot of musicians that couldn't necessarily afford to learn to read or write music like me. So guys, that's a comment from Keith Richards. It actually appeared in his autobiography back in 2010, and guys, they've put it inside this CD to kind of let you know what angle that Keith is coming from. Really, music played a very instrumental part in his young life, and guys, once he picked up that guitar, his life really took a turn for the better. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the 15 tracks that shaped Keith Richards. I'll just take out the liner notes here, guys, and we'll work our way through. So let's start with track number 1. This is a song that was first released in 1958. It's by the Scotty Moore Trio, and it's called Have Guitar Will Travel. What a name. And guys, this really has a twang to it, and I can really see why Keith places this one so highly. So let's move on now to track number 2. This is a Chuck Berry song called Little Queenie from 1958. And Chuck Berry, of course, was so influential on so many. I mean, he was really at the birth of rock and roll music, and it's nice to see a Chuck Berry track make Keith's list. So guys, moving on to number 3, and we have a Little Richard song called Lucille. And this song was first released in 1957, and Lucille is a song that has been very impactful on a lot of rock and roll artists, and Cliff Richard actually loves the track Lucille as well. He has it featured in his new book, A Head Full of Music. So this track really affected a lot of them in those early years. And moving right along now to track 4, this is a Bo Diddley song called Diddley Daddy, and it was released in 1955. Track 5 is a song by Buddy Guy, and it's called The First Time I Met the Blues. Now, of course, the Rolling Stones are a very bluesy band, so it's no surprise to find a Buddy Guy track on this Keith Richards compilation of songs that really took it to the next level for him. And this Buddy Guy track came out in 1960. So guys, moving right along to number 6, and it's a Pat Hare track, and it's called I'm Gonna Murder My Baby. Wow, what a title. But this song came out in 1954, and it really left an impression on Keith. So guys, moving right along to number 7, and we have a Muddy Waters track called Rolling Stone. This one came out in 1950, and guys, the Rolling Stones actually did a version of this song, you know, their own cover for their latest album, Hackney Diamonds. So guys, it's great to see Rolling Stone on the list here. And number 8 is a song by Jimmy Reed. It's called Bright Lights, Big City, and this one came out in 1961. Track 9, guys, is Poison Ivy by the Coasters, and that song came out in 1959. We also have track 10, which is an interesting one, Blue Monday by Fats Domino. What an artist he was. And that song was first released in 1957. We also have, coming in at number 11, a track by Jay McShann called Confessin' the Blues. Obviously, you know, when it comes to Keith, there's a lot of blues tracks on here, and this is a great one from 1941. You know, it's a really early track, but man, it has some power. So moving on to track 12, and guys, it's a great duo. It's the Everly Brothers, and it's All I Have to Do Is Dream. What a song that is. I think that song was very influential for a lot of artists, and it just has a wonderful sound, guys. And that song came out in 1958. So song 13, guys, is a track by Buddy Holly, and it's a wonderful song called Learning the Game. That one came out in 1959. And if we move along to 14, and we have a Sanford Clarke track called Son of a Gun, and man, 1959, that one came out. And then we have track 15, the 15th track that influenced Keith Richards, and it's a Hoagie Carmichael number from 1940, and it's called The Nearness of You. So guys, there really is some very interesting songs on here, and man, I mean, Keith really likes those bluesy sounds, and these songs kind of range from the early 40s. You know, a lot of them, the bulk of them really are from the 50s, and there's a smattering of songs in the early 60s there that really affected him. But guys, this is a wonderful album with these 15 tracks, and I want to go and listen to it again now. So guys, if you're a Keith Richards fan, tell me in the comments below, do you like these 15 songs? Have these 15 tracks left an impression on you? I mean, these are the songs that really mattered, that had an impact on his career, and him just picking up a guitar, they really shaped him. So guys, if you're a fan of Keith Richards, I think you will definitely get something out of these tracks. Take a listen today, guys, whether you have, you know, this CD or track them down on Spotify or YouTube, or maybe you've got a vast music collection that spans, you know, the last 70 years or so. So what I will say, guys, is check out some of these songs if you're a fan of Keith Richards and just a fan of great music in general, because these 15 tracks in some ways are what I would call timeless. So guys, it was just truly great to reflect on some wonderful music that Keith Richards gives the tick of approval to. And guys, as always, please like, comment and subscribe. And guys, keep watching Retro Man Down Under, because I have a lot more coming your way. But until next time, this is Retro Man, living the dream. Stay gold.
Thanks for watching. Retro Man will return faster than a boomerang and just as energizing as a Keith Richards guitar solo. Please subscribe and good night, viewers.